your music live. Your music, your music, your music live. It's your music live. It's your music live.
Yes, it's time for your music live here on Studio Live today. This is our weekly live independent music show where I play your songs. We're here for 2 hours. We got nearly 40 amazing tracks for you here tonight. We do it every week thanks to our wonderful sponsors. They're called DistroKid. If you are an independent artist and you're looking to release your music to Spotify, to iTunes, to Apple Music, to Deezer, to Tidal, you name it, you get it there. You can do that with DistroKid, less than $20 per year, and you can save yourself 7% off on any plan on the first year by using the code up above or down in the description. How about we crack on with some music, hey? Yeah, let's do it. This is our first track. This is from C. Michael Price, and it's a really cool track. It is called Wander, to kick us off on your music live.
I get high as I wander, watch the magic unfold, as the smoke begins clearing, now just slowly grow old. Don't open the door, don't let it in, don't go in water if you know you can't swim, won't stay dry if the rain never stops, a little too much of something that I'm not. I get high as I wander, watch the magic unfold, as the smoke begins clearing, now just slowly grow old. Down in the dungeon where it's black as the coal, hides all the monsters as it scraps your soul. Deep down in the darkness, you can never go back. Won't be misled by all the lies, all the facts. I get high as I wander, watch the magic unfold, as the smoke begins clearing, now just slowly grow old.
How rockin' is that tune? Absolutely. That was C. Michael Price rocking us once again with that tune called Wander. And about that one, C. Michael Price says, a song about getting older and looking back on the decisions made. It was inspired by a 3-week road trip through Colorado, driving every bit of dirt road we could find. Yeah, it gives you a bit of wanderlust, doesn't it, watching something like that and seeing that footage of out about on the road. And I'm very happy to say that we finally got some lovely weather here in Adelaide, so I can actually get out and about. I tend to do it on foot, but I do love exploring and getting that sense of freedom, which that song definitely brought with us here today. Thank you all for being here. If it's your first time on the show, here's how it works. We play your songs. We play 1 to 2 minutes of a whole bunch of songs. The reason we do that is twofold. It means that we can get a heap more music in our 2-hour time slot, and it means that if you dig something you hear on the show, you jump down in the description, because I've got them linked there, all of them in order that we play them here on the show, so you can follow the links, support the artists, and support the cool folks that we play here on Your Music Live. And once again, we do it all thanks to DistroKid. They've been supporting us for a long time, right? For coming up 2 years now, can you believe it? DistroKid have been on board with this show, so we do thank DistroKid for their ongoing support. We got our second track of the day here to start rocking out to. This is our old friend Velton Kinder. And Velton Kinder says on this one, this song is a classic 80s Italia disco number. I want it more rock and had it because of the footage of the Dias de la Muertos as a Halloween track in mind. So yeah, we're a little late on the Halloween theme, but I didn't want to let this one slip through, so we're going to give it a spin here now. It is Fancy Flames of Love, Velton Kinder on Your Music Live. Velton Kinder bringing together the whole package, including, I agree, hello Capsalam, including a cool video. I love the time changes that have kicked in the last couple of weeks mean that many more of you can join us live, which is super cool. So shout out to folks like Velton Kinder, like our UK crew as well, and those in North America, it's even earlier for you. So hopefully you got the memo. I've got a feeling we're going to get a bunch of people joining us an hour in going, oh dude, I didn't realize you were going an hour earlier. And I'm like, no, you guys just took your clocks back. The fall back. Did you know, here's a little bit of pointless trivia for you. Apparently, and again, this was Facebook research, so I don't know how much of it is true. Apparently, it was the Alcandy-related lobby group that got daylight saving pushed back, as in it got it extended. Why? So that there could be more daylight for kiddies to trick or treat, so the candy stores could sell more candy, and the candy places could make lots more money. What do you reckon? Truth? Myth? I don't know. Again, Facebook science for the win. Let's grab our next tune. Speaking of staying over in the European continent, how about we grab this one? This is, again, we've got a bit of hangover here of these first few tracks from Halloween, because it has just gone. We are still in Halloween season, although the shops would tell you now that it's well and truly Christmas. But we are going to grab this one from PA. It is called Ghost Town, and about this she says, to all my lovely folks on YML, time to be spooky in a spooky place. Keep on rockin'. Let's take a listen to this one. It's PA and Ghost Town on Your Music Live.
Ghost Town. Ghostly, that's what it feels to me. But mostly, I know it's not this easy. Anxiety is what is keeping me alive. I like the pain when my heart screams. Take the knife and cut through the middle.
Is it just me, or does PA bring it at a next level every week? The level of intensity going on, and as Thomas said before, the cool glitch effects that she throws into her videos, it's the whole package. It's the audio, it's the video, it's the production, it's just everything. So PA is another, if you want to shine a light on someone where you can say, practice makes progress, because PA's always been great, but every time she produces something else, she seems to be learning from the previous productions and implementing that in her next track. And that's all you can ask for, really, is to just continue improving. You know, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect is a myth, but practice certainly does make progress. And I think you can tell by the number of folks really digging on that track that that one was absolutely awesome. Good stuff from PA. Welcome again aboard. If you're just joining us here live, you've only missed a few tracks. We've got plenty more on the playlist here for you today. If you're unfamiliar with how this all works, you need to submit your song. Look at that. There's a QR code there. There's a link in the description. Just go to studiolivetoday.com/YML and you can submit your song for a future show. The other way that we've recently introduced to get your song played is to do our Play My Fire beat. That's coming up in around about 15 minutes time. So that means you've got an opportunity. You watching this live, you've got an opportunity to have your song played right here, right now on the show. And we do it all thanks to our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid, who keep the lights on around here and allow us to do this show each and every week. Let's grab our next tune. This one is from Patrick Clements. He says, "Hi Peter, just finished this piece of music and was looking for a title and cover photo to publish my song on YouTube when a friend sent me an email with a photo of this Buddha head with its eyes closed. The title immediately obvious, I'm Sleeping. Hope everyone will enjoy this piece of music. Thank you, Pete, and for your wonderful work on GarageBand." Well, thank you, Patrick. If you haven't heard Patrick's amazing guitar playing and production, you're in for a treat, and I'm sure this one is no exception. I'm Sleeping, Patrick Clements on Your Music Live. Clements and I'm Sleeping here on Your Music Live. Tell you what, I would love to have that tune on to go to sleep to at night. How soothing, how mellow. Like, this is going to sound like a backhanded compliment, but if I was in an elevator, that was a bit elevator music-y, but if I was in that elevator, I'd be riding that sucker up and down all day. Sorry. Great stuff there from Patrick Clements. Really good stuff. Yeah, I agree. Lovely sounds. Yeah, really, really pretty. Look, I love a good distorted shredding guitar like the next guy, but there's something about just a really mellow tone like that. Just a jazzy tone, just super mellow. I don't know, something about it, something about the guitar. It really reminds you that it's a stringed instrument. and it just sounds amazing. Good stuff there from Patrick Clemons. Let's move on to our next track, shall we? And this one's coming in from, this could be a first time, The Colour Monday. Have we had The Colour Monday on the show before? I don't recall. They say the song is fairly new single by my band, The Colour Monday, which was released about 2 weeks ago. It is a song we created by translating our Spanish lyrics to English, which turned out to have an interesting result. Hope you enjoy this one. I love interesting. I love experiments. I love the serendipity of just doing something and then going, hey, we stumbled onto something there. Cool stuff. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Transmutation, The Colour Monday on Your Music Live. How cool is that? Isn't that an absolute bop there from The Colour Monday? And again, a great band name too. Yeah, don't get me wrong on that. Sorry, my air conditioner is on now. I'm trying to sneak in breakfast and a little bit of cooling in between. That's why I'm going off screen a little bit there, in case you're wondering. But very cool song there from The Colour Monday, and hopefully that is definitely not the last time that we hear from them here on the show. You are watching Your Music Live. My name is Pete Johns. If you've got a song to submit, you need to use that QR code. If you would like to check out our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid, you need to use that QR code. There's also links in the description for your convenience. And don't forget, the little thumbs up button down there, that tells the YouTube robots to go and tell the other YouTube robots to tell other humans to come and enjoy the show with you. So I really do appreciate your support. There's a band by the name of Rain. We've played a few of their tracks from this album over the past couple of months, and we've got another one here for you today. This is a track by the name of Onikage, and they simply say Onikage translates to Demon Shadow. I thought this is appropriate for the Halloween season, so let's take a listen to this one from Rain called Onikage on Your Music Live. sort of song that you don't want to turn down, and if we had twice as long to do the show, we could play the whole thing. But again, in case you missed a bit at the start, the reason that we only play a little snippet is how incentivized are you now to jump over to Rain's YouTube channel and check out that and the rest of the album. I highly recommend it. If you thought that was funky and had some cool chord progressions, amazing changes, yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet. Rain bring it in a big bad way. They've got that prog rock kind of sound down to a fine art. So excellent stuff there from the folks over at Rain. Thank you for sharing that one. Let's grab our next tune, only a couple away from hearing about our wonderful sponsors DistroKid and our Play My Fire Beats segment if you've been hanging out for that one. Let's grab this next one from Jackson Maori, who says this song can be interpreted in a lot of ways, whether it be a dying relationship, cutting off people, or just simply feeling ignored or not taken seriously by others, saying or speaking your mind and thoughts to others while they just simply gloss over it and don't really acknowledge it. Having your words being ricocheted back at you. And that's for the name of this track. It is Ricochet, Jackson Maori, your music live.
And we were born over the world. We were flying through the satellites. We had a hold of the lightning strikes when we should have been afraid of heights. And I was trying just to get you. And now I'm dying to forget you. 'Cause I knew I couldn't catch you. So met the sky and I fell behind. We were one and the same, running like moths to the flame. You'd hang on every word I'd say, but now they only ricochet. We were falling away. You left me with a bittersweet taste. But when I send my heart your way, it bounces off the walls you made. Ricochet. If I was whole, I'd turn right now. I'd forget it and just walk away. 'Cause I've been told and I'm dragging it out, but I've been dying just to see your face. And all I wanted was to say goodbye to the fortress that you stuck behind. And in the silence now I realize that after all I built the wall. We were one and the same, riding like moths to the flame.
Jackson Maori with a cool tune there. Some deep lyrics in that one too. So definitely a cool message as well as nice production on that one. And ricochet, I like the concept of that ricochet, of that deflection and reflection. Very cool. Yeah, definitely some interesting vibes. Starting early tonight? Yeah, yes, no, maybe. I don't know. No, it's all the clocks. I've been at the same time, but the rest of the world is changing around me. That's kind of the thing. Well, actually, I say that, but we went through our daylight saving. Basically, if you ever want to know when we're doing it, 8:30 a.m. In the morning, Monday morning, Adelaide time, because I can't keep up with all the clock changes. It's too much for me. It's too much for my feeble, aging, middle-aged brain. So I just go with it. We'll grab one more tune and then we're going to hear from our cool, amazing sponsors, DistroKid, and have a little fun with one of their latest features. It's going to be cool. I hope so anyway, because we're going to do something a little bit different. Let's grab this one from Marcus Cannell. This is one from a while ago because I missed it when he sent it through. He says, "Hi, time for a new song. I came up with a melody that I recorded but could not complete the song. After a few days of rest and some whiskey, the ideas came and I could finish the song." Hope you like this from Marcus. Well, it's Marcus Cannell, so there's a high likelihood of liking this. So this is called Draco. May or may not be related to Harry Potter. It's Marcus Cannell on your music live. Marcus, mother-loving Cannell. How cool is it? He just has this knack of producing amazing stuff. Yeah, and yeah, was that a single malt, Marcus? Because that was some epic guitar and some great riffage there. Do yourself a favor, go over to YouTube and check out Marcus Cannell, because he has a heap of amazing music, and you will just be feeling inspired by the end of it. You listen to 2 or 3 Marcus Cannell songs, you're ready to go out and face the world. That's what I'm saying. Very good stuff. Yes, instrumental anthems for days is spot on. Great stuff. Excellent work there from Marcus Cannell. Speaking of great stuff and excellent work, we have an excellent sponsor. Their name is DistroKid. And if you're not familiar with DistroKid, here's how it works. All you need to do is use the link there. You're going to save yourself 7% off any plan in your first year. You can choose a musician plan. It's only $19.99 per year, and you can release an unlimited number of songs, EPs, and albums, and get them out there to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, Amazon, all the places. Plus, they've got a heap of great features that help you promote your music, help you create different playlists for your music. They back up your masters. They do a heap. I've talked a lot about DistroKid, but they've got a new feature called DistroPick, which I think is super duper cool. And what DistroPick is, it's an AI artwork generator. And we showed it last week, and people thought it was so cool. I wanted to make sure we showed it again in case you missed it. So here's what I want you to do. In the chat here live now, throw out just random words. Let's create a prompt, because what we want to do is we want to create an image. This is an AI, an artificial intelligence artwork creator. So you can use this for creating your album artwork, your promotions, your backgrounds. You can see here, here's some of the things that people have produced. The Muppets there for some reason. Maybe don't use that. That's going to have some copyright. But there's some really cool imagery here. And what it does is it takes a whole bunch of images and blends them together to create some cool stuff. So if you've got some words here, so we've got Still Illa has got the word graffiti. That could be interesting. Let's throw graffiti in the mix. Graffiti, goat, we've got from Thomas Christ. There you go. Brussels sprout on a motorbike. We'll go motorbike, because I think Brussels sprout might give us a really weirdness thing there. And do we have any other option? Bones. All right. We don't want to go too many. So bones, and we'll go with that. So we'll go with 4 prompts here, and we'll see robot. Okay, Capsulam's got robot. We'll go Bones from Nigel Parker, and we'll go Robot. And we've hit the generate button. And here's what it's going to do. It's going to go away and work on a image that is going to be based on graffiti, goat, motorbike, Bones, robot. And look, ideally you want to say oh, look at that. Oh, wow. It's like a robot motorbike with graffiti. Bones. Are bones in here? It's kind of bone colored. That could be like a skeleton. I'm almost seeing like a jack-o'-lantern in there. That's a pretty epic kind of album cover, if you ask me. I think that came together quite well. Very nice stuff. So yeah, DistroPick, it is free to use if you're a DistroKid member, so you can jump in here and you can play around with DistroPick. You can create and generate an unlimited number of images. It is the bomb diggity. And before the show, I did a few things. I thought it would be fun to just throw in the names of some of the artists that we have played here, or some of that you'll know here on the show. So here's Thomas Christ. For some reason, he's a very long bus thing there, but I guess the Christ was this kind of thing going on here. Yeah, maybe you'd want to regenerate that, because here's the thing. You can actually repeat it, and it will grab that prompt and do it again. So we'll come back to that one and see. The Lily Pillies. It really doesn't know what a lily pilly is, so unfortunately the Lily Pillies was a failure, so it won't know everything. We've got Gary Hubs. Does that tell you Gary Hubs? It's kind of like the parking lot in medieval times, but that's your Gary Hubs there. Jade Star. That's pretty Jade Star right there. That's kind of metal. I would go with that one. What about Audible Video? Okay, this is some weird promotion thing. I don't know what's going on with that one. You'd want to repeat that one as well. Kronk Song. There you go, Kronk Song. There's your next album cover for you there. And could not resist Fat Panda Cat. So there you go. There's Fat Panda Cat. What did Thomas Christ get for his second one? Oh, okay. Thomas Christ, it reckons it's just giving you a bunch of medieval stuff. Anyway, you could literally play around with it for hours, and I have. So that's why I know that you can play around with it for hours. But it's a lot of fun, and it's just another indication of why DistroKid are so awesome, because they just try things. They're like the experimental prog rock musicians of companies, because they just go out there. If they've got an idea, they test it. They see if it works. They try it. So we do thank DistroKid for their support of your music live. All right, let's grab our next tune here. This one is from Jerry Durant, and about this, he says, this is a song that was produced by Stillbird. We are currently looking to start recording an album of singer-songwriter material. Very cool indeed. Let's take a listen to this one. It is Jerry Durant over here on the Cloud of Sounds. It's a track called Doorways, and we're going to play it live on Your Music Live.
And so I say, enough is enough. I'll take it from here. I can't lose what I haven't got. Then I lost my way. And I sleep well most nights. Dreams of you keep me going forwards, backwards, upwards, sideways.
Doorways from Jerry Durant. I really dig that. Yeah, very cool stuff there. Quirky, but cool, and definitely moody. A little bit Smith's kind of vibe there, wasn't it? A little bit 80s, you know, not underground so much, but 80s kind of dark, gloomy, Brit rock kind of sound there. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Very good stuff there from our friend Jerry Durant. Thank you for sharing that one. The time is now. Again, because we have cool sponsors, DistroKid, we can do this feature each and every week, and that is our Play My Fire Beach. And what are we going to go with for this week? Let's go Jerry. Since Jerry Durant was the last one we just played, let's go with hashtag Jerry. So all you need to do is, if you want to have the opportunity to have one of your songs played right here, right now on the show. Now, the song just needs to be your own original work, or if you're choosing someone else's, a lot of people do here, they have to be members of the community. You can't just play, oh, I'm going to play some In Excess. Like, doesn't work that way. But if you put hashtag Jerry in the chat right now, then you will have an opportunity to have your pick of songs. And again, we just don't want anything with super duper profanity and nothing that's preaching any sort of hatred to any sort of people. And you'll be good to go. So if it's a whole bunch of FUs in there, maybe reconsider it. But if you do get selected when we spin the wheel in just a few minutes, you'll have the opportunity to have your song played right here today. You just need to put the name of the song and your name, artist name, and the platform, and we'll play it. We can't have links, unfortunately. You know what happens when we put the links in? The prawn bots. The prawn bots come, and we don't want them here today. All right, let's grab another tune while you're putting your hashtag Jerry's in there. Let's come over here, right here to my own backyard. Well, close enough anyway, and grab this one from Phantom Agents. They just simply say, rock pop from Australia. Oh, mate, we're going to play some Australian tunes for you. Grab a tinny, chuck some shrimp on the barbie, and we'll play this one for you. It's called Paradise, here on Your Music Live.
Deafening whispers loud and clear, the sound of nothing meets my ear. I get the message and I know the drill. The day the world stood still. In the mirror, stand and stare. Like a figure, nobody there. Time to spare and time to kill. This is the day the world stood still. He's hanging around the swimming pool with a mental cigarette. He knows what keeps the women cool. He knows what gets them wet. He came in search of paradise, even learned to drive. He came a living sacrifice to other people's lives. He came in search of paradise, even learned to drive. He came a living sacrifice to other.
Oh man, I have no idea where Clint gets all of his footage from, but it's always bordering somewhere between interesting and disturbing. But it's very, very cool. Good stuff there from Phantom Agents with Paradise. Is Paradise really having a creepy clown with you on the beach? Maybe not. I don't like the beach and I don't like creepy clowns, so not so much. But very cool stuff, yeah, indeed. Love the low harmonies for sure. Listen to this earlier, sounds even better on a second listen. Still don't want to have a Big Mac, no. Despite the fact that I'm a vegetarian and I don't want a Big Mac anyway, I don't think I want to go anywhere near that clown. But yeah, very cool track. I dig it. Yeah, you have to go back and watch the whole thing. Again, we give you the sample here. Oh, sorry, the sample here, if you're on the east coast of Australia. We give you the sample, and then you've got to do a sit in your pool and send the kids to school and watch the rest of them, because that's how you roll here in Australia. Thank you again to Clint Keller, a.k.a. Phantom Agents. All right, you got yourselves about 10 seconds left to put. We've only got 16 entries, and we've got like nearly 50 folks watching. So if you do want to put hashtag Jerry, even if you've got a song on the show here today, you can get a second one. You can go on double play, and we'll be spinning the wheel in just a couple of jiffies. Just put hashtag Jerry in the chat and you'll have a chance to win. I'm just going to throw Clint's tune on here in the background so we've got a little music for the spin. Let's do it. All right, 16 entries in. Good luck, everybody. Let's hit the wheel.
Whispers loud and clear. The sound of nothing meets my ear.
Your Play My Fire Beat winner is Mr. Mark Bro. Congratulations to our very own Italian Mark Bro. So Mark Bro, our bro Mark Bro, gets the opportunity to play one of his tunes, and he can simply select from anything from his back catalogue. It can be new, it can be old, it can be green, it can be gold, it can be anything you like. So congratulations to Mark, a very cool member of this here community of ours. So always cool to see them like that. Let's grab a track while Mark decides on his tunage. Let's grab this one from an artist by the name of, what is the name of this band? Head Underwater. Okay. Don't really want that for too long. They say Danielle was written and recorded entirely using GarageBand for iOS. Using only an iPad and iRig 2 for guitars, bass and vocals. It will be included in Head Underwater's debut album to be released very soon. Well, that's all super exciting stuff. And we're going to jump on over here and take a listen to it right here, right now. It is simply titled Danielle, Head Underwater on Your Music Live. Now that's some grimy, dark, grungy goodness right there. Head Underwater with Danielle on Your Music Live. A first timer here. Welcome them aboard to the show and the channel. That was super cool. I could listen to that for a long time, and you can too. If you want to hear the whole thing and check out other work from Head Underwater, head on over to the link down in the description and you will find everything you need. I also, in the background there, I decided to throw it into DistroKid, and there's your Head Underwater. Hello, how cool is that? Like, that's your next album artwork right there, folks. How awesome is that? DistroKid for the win. I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun with that. Good stuff there from Head Underwater. Yeah, my kind of jam too. My kind of jam too. And one of the band members, Karate Nipples. Brilliant. Love it. I don't want to put that into DistroKid. That could be a little disturbing. Okay, I might do it, maybe in my own time. I won't show that one until I've vetted it. The winner of our Play My Fire beat was Mr. Mark Bro, and he has chosen an old collaboration that he did with an artist by the name of Nicholas Morel over here on the Cloud of Sounds. So we're just going to spin this one up here, get it ready, and give this one a play for ya. This is Nicholas Morel featuring Mark Bro and their track, Trust Me, on Your Music Live.
All I do and all I say is just true because I love you. Look at me, look in my eyes. You can see my love, I can see you love me. So take my look at you like a mirror. You're my life, you're my life.
Il faut croire, il faut voir. Ne pense pas pour moi. Pas sur ça. J'ai confiance en ton aura. Les capteurs récissent les regards. Regarde la flamme dans mes yeux. Regarde la flamme dans mes yeux. Love is love. Jamais le feu pourra s'éteindre.
Toujours dit qu'il n'y a que moi qui t'appelle. Je t'ai toujours répondu, la beauté c'est toi.
La beauté c'est toi.
Et tous nos torts sont les poussières avalées. Non, tu crois pas.
You're my lady.
Moi j'y crois.
Yeah, you're my lady. Just me. Moi j'y crois. Toi et moi c'est une évidence. Just me. Nous sommes toujours en avance, notre amour est une danse comme toujours.
Little bit of French hip-hop rap rock for you there. Excellent stuff there from Nicholas Morel featuring Mark Bro with Trust Me, the winners of the first Play My Firebeat segment of the show. Don't stress, you got another opportunity to have your song played if you're not already on the playlist in the second half of the show, which is coming up very, very soon. Yeah, I like it. I dug that one. Really cool stuff. Excellent stuff indeed. By the way, Karate Nipples and who was the other member of the band there? Mark. May I introduce you to Mr. Thomas Christ? I think that you should check out Thomas's You Rock show because that jam was right up Thomas's alley, and I think Thomas would love to feature you folks over on his show as well. So utilize the cool tools that we have in this cool community of ours, and I'm sure Thomas will give you a spin on his next edition of You Rock if you send a track his way. We got ourselves a few more tracks. In fact, we're way behind, as per usual, because we're having too much fun. I've got to stop with the whole playing around on the DistroKid and actually play some more tunes here, don't I? I did put Karate Nipples in there, but it failed. It doesn't like you if you do things like that. Let's grab this next tune. This is from Julian Days. He says, originally recorded to 4-track analog tape in 1981, a TIAC 2340, ripped to digital in 2015, remixed and remastered in 2022. Prog rock song about Arthur, Guinevere, Lancelot Trist. Credit and the details are on the website. And we're going to do a rare thing here where we play this one directly from the webpage. I don't think we've ever done this before. It's old school. Remember when you have to host your own audio on your webpage? Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do here. So let's take a listen to this one. It's called Genevieve, and we're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Night after night she waits for Arthur to bustle more and take his throne. Lonely old Lancelot, she's lonely old knight in armor. Lonely old gallant one, just what will you do? High upon his horse in glory, Lancelot knows how she feels. Violate the queen is mad, just like a thief, he's out to steal. Hoping for her lady's favor, should he do what's all but done? Could he look to good King Arthur in the Isle one-on-one? Lying by the window and whispering very low, Merlin knew. It doesn't matter anyway, the king is very far away. Merlin knew, and Merlin knew, and Merlin knew. His wizardry and magic had been cast upon the
Genevieve there. How cool is that? I love that. And I love the story almost much as I love the tune of the fact that it was originally recorded to tape in 1981. You can hear a little bit of that that tape hiss. You know, producers these days would be adding plugins to create that tape hiss and that analog warp. So it's so cool to hear the original stuff, the OG music there from our friend Julian Days. Great stuff. Please share more. We'd love to hear from you in the future. All right, Pete's way behind here because he's been playing with DistroKid and having a chat and a yarn too much. So we're going to have to crack on and move a little bit faster here now. So let's grab this one. This is from Carlos Espresso. And he says, Heart of Stone is a rock song with a touch of flamenco. All the acoustic guitars and vocals were recorded on my iPad and in GarageBand. We love to hear it, and we love to hear this song. It's called Heart of Stone. It's Carlos Espresso on Your Music Live.
Of stone, she's an angel, the hands are cold, she's all I think about, day and night, and with a simple smile she brought a meaning to my life. If she's really mine, oh babe, I've lost my mind. You see, these things never happen to me. I'm just a nobody. I know, she'll tear me apart. I know. Break my heart. I met a woman.
Excellent stuff there from Carlos Espresso. Yeah, amazing sounds. I love the combination there of the nylon string, the flamenco guitar there, a little bit of electric and a little bit more rocky kind of production. All came together beautifully, didn't it? Yeah, pretty song, good vocal. Lovely tune. Yeah, everyone digging that one. I think you should probably go and check that one out because Carlos Espresso, definitely a very good musician and has a fair number of subscribers and views on that particular video. So definitely doing some things right for sure. Good stuff there, Carlos Espresso. You can find that one and all the other tracks Link down in the description. All right, it's time for our slaps.com showcase, our slap of the week over here on slaps.com. And don't forget, slaps.com is the platform brought to you by our wonderful friends at DistroKid. And we're going to play this one from Park UK. And Park UK say, this is an old song idea which I had that I decided to dig out and finish off. I wrote this after watching a TV program about urban myths. All a load of tosh, really. I think that the particular urban myth story in the program was just a reworking of Madame Butterfly, but the story gave me some ideas, and I wrote Cold Heart as a result. I dabbled with some vocal chops in this song. Thanks for listening. Very cool. We love a bit of chample sopping, or maybe sample chopping. Let's go to the correct link, shall we? Here we go. It is Park UK and their track Cold Heart here on Your Music Live, our slap of the week.
You're looking back to where you once were, a time you thought that heaven would share, before you found this cold heart around you. It's colder now than ever before. Loving words will warm you for sure.
Nicely done there from our friends Park UK with a great track there. And the cool thing here is on slaps.com from our friends at DistroKid, we can throw fire on this track. We can save it to come back to it later. I'm already following Park UK because I like Kevin's stuff a lot. And we can put a comment down here. Look, there's Auntie G. There's everyone's a favourite Auntie G listening into this. So we can put just spun this one on YML. Awesome. So you can leave some comments for folks there. You can share your own music here. It is a cool platform. It's like SoundCloud without the limitations and without the ads, which makes it good, in my humble opinion. Very good stuff. And full disclosure, they are, of course, a sponsor of this show. So, but I love slaps.com. I've been using it for ages and I dig it. Let's continue on. We've got a few more tunes before our patented mid-show toilet break. And this next one's something pretty special because this is an Australian band of some amazing young musicians, including Cassidy Watts. You may recall Cassidy Watts. I interviewed Cassidy a while ago and she was delightful, an amazing musician and really, really cool person. And she says about this one, it's from The Grand Scheme, and they say, inspired by the likes of Bon Iver and Jerome Blaze, Stranger is the opening track of our album Some Other Story, featuring Cassidy Watts on vocals. The intimate detail of the production transcends the audience into a lulling and introspective state. And almost as if SoundCloud heard me dissing it, it's sitting here spinning. So it is not letting me play this track, which is really sad after that introduction. Let's see if we can find it. The Grand Scheme, Same Old Story. I'm going to have to do a little bit of quick sleuthing here to see if I could find it somewhere else. Maybe there's a new version of it, or maybe it's on a different platform. So some other story, The Grand Scheme. It might just be that we don't play. Oh, so it's a playlist with no tracks in it. That's why it's sitting there spinning. What was the name of the track? We're going to have to do some more sleuthing here. It is called Some Other Story, Stranger. Okay, Stranger by the Grand Scheme. Let's see if we get this. Otherwise, we might have to do a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff. So we're just doing a little searching here, we're not finding it. Bear with me a moment. What we're going to do is I'm going to put that one on hold and we're going to come back on around and I'll try and dig it up while we play the next track. So we're going to grab this Aaron Breadlaw track. This one is from Aaron. He says, from my EP Sugar Spun Fun, recorded in GarageBand iOS, a song about people always searching for themselves and meaning in other things instead of looking inward. And we're going to give it a spin right now. It is simply called Refund, Aaron Breadlaw on Your Music Live. Very cool stuff there indeed from Aaron Breadlaw. I just love Aaron's voice. It's just so... It's what I've always wanted my voice to be. I like just that gravelly, low down kind of baritone feel. It is very, very cool indeed. So an excellent tune there. And yeah, love that. Like if you look at the design there, really intricate. You can see you got Aaron Breadlaw and Sugar Spun Fun on there. But very cool. I love that album artwork. If that was sitting in my CD collection, I would pull that out and go, yeah, let's play some Aaron Breadlaw. Very cool stuff. Yeah, indeed. Let's get to round of applause going on. I know, very trance-like, wasn't it? Yeah, hypnotic. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah, very cool stuff there from Aaron Breadlaw. Okay, thanks to the wonderful folks at DistroKid, we have solved our problem with the Grand Scheme. We have found them, and we found the track that we need here. Because you know why? Because when you release with DistroKid, which the Grand Scheme was smart enough to do, it throws your stuff everywhere. So all I had to do was go to YouTube Music, find the song Stranger here, and look at this. Because of DistroKid, scroll down here. Stranger, DistroKid, provided to YouTube by DistroKid. That's what you got to do. That's why you get your music out there with DistroKid, so that when a bloke like me is trying to find your song to play it on the show, you're good to go. That rhymes, and you know that rhymes. So now, without any further ado, it is time to give this one a spin. It is Stranger, featuring Cassidy Watts from the band by the name of The Grand Scheme, here on Your Music Live.
Set your coffee down, I'll wait inside. Flew over waters blue for a place to hide. I didn't want to be found, my eyes turned round and I thought I saw a stranger take my place to erase who I thought I was. When I hit the ground, the earth said
worth the wait and worth the digging around to find that one there from the Grand Scheme. And I highly recommend you go and listen to the album. Now that you know where to find it, and I've put the link down in the description, I've updated that link. Go over onto your platform of choice, because again, it's sounding like an ad because it kind of is, but the reason you use DistroKid is it gets your stuff out everywhere, and no matter where you are on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, you can find your music, and I can go and check out some more of the wonderful band, the Grand Scheme. Really, exactly, nicely done there, and absolutely otherworldly. Great explanation there from Fat Panda Cat. All right, I've got a couple more tunes before our midpoint break here on the show. We're going to grab this one. I was hoping our buddy Con, aka Costa, would be here because we've got another slaps track here. Now, this was on the playlist for last week, and for some reason, I skipped straight past it. No idea why, and I apologise to Con for doing that. It was 100% non-deliberate. I am just an old man yelling at clouds sometimes, and I forget what I'm doing. So, Con says of The Secret Legacy. So we've had The Grand Scheme and now The Secret Legacy. He says, hello, Pete and all. Here is a 36-year-old recording I've just converted to MP3 from the master reels. My first ever song recorded in a recording studio, played all the instruments, drums, guitar, bass. This is when I was known as Victoria's Secret. Slowly putting them all onto slaps. Enjoy from Costa. So let's take a listen to this one, shall we? The Secret Legacy. Again, a lot of retro old tape recordings being resurrected here on the show today. Let's take a listen to this one. It is called Rock and Roll Star from 1986. Definite mid to late 80s kind of rock and roll vibe in that one. Little Misfits, maybe. Very cool stuff, though, indeed, there from The Secret Legacy, our buddy Con, a.k.a. Costa, a.k.a. Victoria's Secret, a.k.a. He's got plenty of names, but what he also has is some cool talent. 1986, Russ would have been 16. I was 7. In 1986. So I'm a wee young'un, I am. I'm just a whipper-snapper. That's me. All right, we're going to play another tune, and then we're going to have our customary toilet break to get the middle of the show happening. This one is from Sexima, and they say, hello, Pete. Hello. Made by me in GarageBand, composed the guitar part in high school, and wrote the lyrics and recorded all in adulthood. There you go. Song is about my late brother. We lost to health issues when I was 9. He was 21 months old. Well, very sorry to hear that, obviously. But we're going to play this song, a tribute song. It is called Brother, here on Your Music Live.
never so scared.
Lovely stuff there from Sek Zima with Brother here on Your Music Live. Yeah, you can tell the passion and the heartfelt nature of a song like that. Yes, a sad song and a beautiful tribute. We've got some other sad songs coming up in the second half too. We got some uplifting ones too. We got the gamut. I like to say that you get the full range of different styles of music, of different moods, of different feelings. We're not just going to rock out the whole time. We're not going to get all up in our own thoughts the whole time. We're going to mix and match it so by the end you've been on an emotional roller coaster ride over the last 2 hours. We are halfway through the show, however. We're running a smidge behind. We're about 15 minutes behind here, but it is our customary toilet break time, and we usually have something from Russ or Jade Star or someone along those lines, and this week's no exception. In fact, it's both. It is Russ. He says, "Hello, Pete. A track I made some time ago for myself. It's kind of a cover, I guess. It's just had the Russ 8889 twist, mastered by Jade Star. So we are going to give this one a spin. It is called Hey Blonde. Hey Blondie, maybe one of the two. And it is going to be our toilet break song of the week. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got another Play My Fire Beat segment in the second half. And we've got a heap of really cool tunes. We've got some Autism Rocks coming up, some Gregory O'Sullivan. We've got some Still Bird. We've got some Michael Zealand Band, some Joe and Barry Glenn, some Kronk song. You're not going to want to miss a minute of the second half. So don't go anywhere. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy this toilet break with Russ 8889. The one and only Russ 8889. Was that Brad Example at the end there, smoking? Great stuff there from Russ, 88-89. A third of the Delicate Giants now that you got Dean on board. But always cool to hear from Russ, whether it be his Delicate Giants work or his solo work as he did there. I could only imagine how long that took to do on the iPad 2. Anyone else remember the old iPad 2, the old chunky monkey running, what would it be, iOS 9 back in the day? Can you believe we're on iOS 16? And folks like me and Russ were rocking on iOS 9 back in the day. But yeah, very good stuff there from Russ. 88-89. It is time for our Under the Covers segment. But before we do that, a quick check-in. If it's your first time here, how this works is you submit a song, you use that QR code or the link in the description. You check out our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid, if you want to release your music to all the different platforms. And if you're liking the show, or you think you might like it, two things you can do. You can hit the thumbs up button down below. That tells the YouTube robots to go and tell the other robots to tell people to watch the show. And you can also share using the little share button down below. Tell someone about the show, because if you know other musicians in particular, but even people that dig cool music, they may want to check out the show as well. Let's go under the covers now. We're going to start with Autism Rocks, and they're doing a cover of a track here from Mazzy Star, and they say, look on down from the bridge, Mazzy Star cover. We wanted to do a sad song. The girl in the video is Micah's sister, who has been missing for over 7 years, which is, horrible to hear, and feelings with you. Courage and resilience, because that's the new thoughts and prayers, in my view, because hopefully that helps. This is a cover of Mazzy Star called Look On Down from the Bridge, here on Your Music Live. Autism Rocks. Micah And Danny there, yeah. I think Mark said it right, speechless. What can you say? Except that you should get over and support the Positive Autism, because Micah and Danny do some amazing, amazing stuff over there. Some rock and... I love Mike. I love Danny's Danny and Micah's rock and stuff. But yeah, hadn't heard much sort of more mellow things. Wonderful production, excellent music, and clearly super duper emotional. So thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring, and I know you folks are the most caring folks about. And we are going to continue on here with our next cover. This one is from Mr. Jonathan Linton, who says, another live acoustic cover with backing track. Loved this song from the 80s. Got a soft spot for 80s pop. So, yeah, I think you're going to dig this one from Jonathan Linton. I'm still trying to find a cool nickname for Jonathan Linton. J-Lie doesn't work. Kind of sounds like a K-pop star. This is J-Lie. This is J-Money and this is J-Lie. No. This one is a cover of Joanna, and it is from Jonathan Linton here on Your Music Live. Didn't I tell you that we'd be going on an emotional roller coaster? We go from the last track from Autism Rocks, and then we go with some awesome 80s bubblegum pop there from Jonathan Linton. Very cool stuff indeed. Oh, there you go. And recorded live at Mayo Indian Kitchen number 6 in Taiwan. Do you live in Taiwan, Jonathan? Very cool. I like it. Yeah, very, very nicely done. Exactly. He does nail the covers for sure. And a great version there. Just pro level production. Like if I'm at a live gig and I'm hearing someone play like that, I'm hanging around for a few more beers. Oh, let's be honest, I'm hanging around for a few more beers anyway. But you know what it's like when sometimes you're like, oh yeah, maybe it's time to leave. And then you hear someone playing some live music and you're like, but not yet. Not till I hear another couple of tracks. Very cool stuff there. Dug it a lot. We got one more song in our Under the Cover segment. It is from our own Gregory O'Sullivan back here in Australia town. He said the cover of the classic Depeche Mode, a song Enjoy the Silence. Cubasis 3 on iPad. Warning, Greg O may do some singing. Well, that's not a warning. That's a promise of something that we should be anticipating. Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Enjoy the Silence. Depeche Mode cover. Gregory O'Sullivan, Your Music Live.
Words like fire.
Gregory O'Sullivan, to be sure, that is a good cover of a cool song there and nice visualization to boot. Thank you for sharing that one, Sharon. Be Karen. Arr. Is it Talk Like a Pirate Day? Is that a thing anymore? In the early days of social media, in the early days of Twitter, before the Elon days, we're in the dark days of Elon, there was always Talk Like a Pirate Day and all these cool weird days that people are like, did you know that today's Talk Like a Pirate Day? And I'm like, be hearties, I did. Getting off track. What did I say before about running overtime? Yeah. All right, we got a very cool tune for you coming up here now. This is an amazing group. They're called The Safety Word, and they say a lot of things. I've got a really long thing about this, but I'll read this part. It says, Vanity Life is a slice of pure synth pop, which combines punchy modern production with nostalgic synth wave flourishes. Its heavy themes are counteracted with feel-good indie disco vibe. Arpeggiated synth bass and a pulsating electronic disco beat give the track solid drive, whilst the reflective vocals and whimsical synth melodies wash over the track like a warm summer breeze. That's some frickin' description writing right there, my friends. And we're going to give it a listen here. This is Vanity Life by The Safety Word here on your Music Live.
Vanity life, it pushes you down. You think of a way to turn it around. I know that we are rising. I know that times are changing. I know that we are rising. Too soon to fall away. I think of yesterday as tomorrow dawns anew. Oversaturated, overcomplicated we are. Do we live our lives being told what to do or follow our heart? I know that we are rising. I know that times are changing. I know that we are rising. Too soon to fall away. I think of yesterday as tomorrow dawns anew.
The Safety Word here on your Music Live. Yeah, very smooth indeed. Kind of the perfect blend of retro and modern production in that one. Very simple but effective music video there. Vanity Life. Love it from the Safety Word here on your Music Live. Yeah, great production on the video and the audio and everything all around. Definitely belongs on the air, and we will start by playing. Look, I'm cool. I'm happy that we play some songs on this show, and then some have been played on the air. We've had artists Jade Starr and Gary Hubbs and the Lily Pillies and plenty of artists. The Indigo Sunsets that we've played here on the show have gone on to have their songs played on the radio. And look, I would say that having your song played on the YouTube show is actually slightly above radio airplay these days. There might be more people that listen to this show every week than listen to many internet radio stations, but maybe that's just me being rude. All right, we're going to play this one. This is from Gakhead. And Gakhead says the following. Hi, Pete. This is the last song on my latest EP, Phantom Night Fright, inspired by vintage, creepy cartoon music. Oh, that Skeletons, what's that old one? Like that old Skeleton cartoon? Those old, creepy, vintage cartoons, man, with their soundtracks. Nightmare stuff. Absolute nightmare stuff. So this is probably going to scare me. Phantom Night Fright here from Gakhead. Your Music Live. You know what that reminds me of? Sounds how I feel. You know what that reminds me of? Did anyone listen to those books on tape that you used to get when you were a kid, or at least I used to get when I was a kid, where you'd play the tape and it would be like, welcome, you can read along with me in your book. You'll know it's time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this. Bring, let's begin now. And you'd be reading it, and they'd have background music, but because it was on a tape, it was like kind of warbly. So I had a Goonies one, and it had music that sounded a lot like that. It was just like, and then Chunk came, and then the guy did the shimmy shake. I can't remember that, but yeah, very cool. I want to sample it. I know, what a cool organ sound. Oh, I know, peaceful spookiness before the jump scare. Love it. Alrighty, guess what, folks? Yeah, it is time for a Play My Fire Beat segment. So we are going to get the giveaway tool set up here again, over here on StreamYard. And what do we go with as our keyword? Let's go with mug. Why? Because if you would like to get yourself a Studio Live Today mug, see what I did there? You can go to studiolivetoday.com/merch. There's a link down in the description. I don't pimp the merch very much these days, but if you want your own t-shirt or your own mug or your own hoodie, I have made them all super reasonably priced. I don't actually make a whole lot in the way of profit on them. I've put them at like the lowest retail margins I could so that you can pick up a mug or a t-shirt or a hoodie nice and cheaply, and you can represent and confuse your family and friends by saying, what's Studio Live Today? I don't get it. What's the today got to do with anything? And you're like, it's John's. He doesn't really know what he's doing. So be like SM Borthwick, be like Frank Terzo, put hashtag mug in the chat right now, and you'll have a chance to have your song played as our Fire Beat number 2 here today. If you've always wanted to be a big number 2, you put hashtag mug. All right, while we wait on those entries to come on in, let's grab another track. This one is from Middle Suburbia, and they say, this song was the result of a conversation with my wife about the what ifs in life. Whether you reach crazy success or crash and burn, the most important thing in life are the loved ones you have around you on your journey. Here, bloody here. I agree with that 100%. So I'm going to enjoy this song, and I hope you do too. It is called Crash and Burn, and we're going to spin it live here on Your Music Live.
If I die young, bury me in satin, sift through my wreckage for anything good. If I go down, we go down together. You know I ain't in this for the fame. Holding on to you, trying to find my way. I know ain't no one gonna love me like you do. So if I crash and burn, I wanna crash with you. So lay me down in a bed of roses and say those words you wanna say. 'Cause you're my rocket, the ground I walk on. If you're the church, I'm the congregation. The sky may crack and the stars may
Very good stuff. Yeah, right? Could have come straight off an album, and even managed to harness those GarageBand guitars and make something out of them too. So very good stuff there. Like the concept of it. Crash and Burn, Middle Suburbia. Nicely done. And of course I couldn't resist throwing it into DistroKid and taking a look. There you go. There's Crash and Burn, Middle Suburbia. That's cool. That's like a play set there with a Halloween house in it, and Crash and Burn, Middle Suburbia. It's exactly what it says it is. So yeah, I don't know, DistroKid. I love it. I can't stop. Somebody stop me. Somebody stop me from using DistroKid too much. But yeah, really cool. Great feel to it. Good old country rock tone going on there. Alrighty, it is time to draw the winner. We got 14 entries here ready to go. And you have about 10 seconds to put hashtag mug in the chat. If you win, if your name and your little avatar pops up in the next 10 seconds, all you need to do is leave your, right here in the chat, just put the name of your artist, the name of the platform, and the name of the song. We can't accept links. Why? Because then people would come in and just spam the chat with their Firebeat links 24/7, and we just don't want it. So let's give this a little spin, shall we? And see who wins. A little bit of Middle Suburbia in the background to tell us who the winner shall be. It's our old mate Kronk song. Kronk song won last week too, I reckon. You're on a bit of a roll here, my friend. We're going to get ourselves some double Kronk goodness, because we got another Kronk song coming up in just a few. But Kronk song gets an opportunity to spin something, maybe something from the past, maybe a deep cut, maybe a recent cut, maybe something completely left field. We don't know. So let's see what Kronk would like us to spin here today. And while we wait on Kronk song and their selection, we're going to grab another tune. This one's from Stillbird, who says, "Hi Pete, really love your show. The time change in the UK makes it more sociable, so I can listen more easily. I enjoyed the feedback from my other songs, and I'm sending you my favourite of the Devon sessions, Get Off the Track." And that is what we are going to do here. We are going to play this one from Stillbird. It is called Get Off the Track, and we're going to spin it live here on Your Music Live.
Remembered souls say nothing. In the dream I sometimes have, they shake me and take something, and I never get it back. Why don't you say no to the offer? Any contract or demand. Say yes to the free man living on the land. We already know how to love, but we got more soul to crack. There's a mighty engine coming. You best get off the track. In our time we'll be together, every soul upon this land. If love is your direction, you'll already understand. Why don't we say yes to the people?
Very cool stuff indeed there from Stillbird, Get Off the Track. What a great tune. Yeah, I definitely recommend, Frank, that you and anyone else jumps down into the description because, again, I do all of the hard work for you. You don't have to do any work. I've already done it. I got up at 6 a.m. this morning and I put all these links together and I put them all down in the description. So all you need to do is jump on down there and you shall find that and all the other songs. And I'm vamping here because Kronk Song has made their selection and I'm jumping in here to try and find it. The first girl that I saw. All right, the first girl that I saw from Kronk Song, version 5. There it is. We are going to jump into it. We're going to share it. We're going to try to share it. I'm getting there, folks. I'm an old man. The first girl that I saw. We're going to hit the share button. We're going to shorten the link. We're going to copy the link. And we're going to bring it on over here and give it a spin. So the winner of our second Play My Fire Beat segment of the day was Kronk Song. And Kronk Song has chosen this one. First girl that I saw. Kronk Song on Your Music Live.
girl that I saw. You're what I want. You're what I saw in my mind's eye before. So I'm gonna come over. Gonna ask your name. And just hope you like me. And don't say anything but fake. You're what I want. You're what I saw in my mind's eye before. You're what I want. You're what I saw in
Girl that I saw, Mark Kronk song Lovell here on Your Music Live. How cool is that? And guess what? You're going to get a little bit more Kronk for your ear holes in just a couple of tracks' time because he was already on the playlist, but we don't mind. We can double our Kronk around here because why not? Yeah, Kronk always kicks. He really kicks the llama's ass. You know it if you know it. Let's grab our next tune, shall we? This one is from the wrong artist that I didn't select the right one. This one is from Creedon, and they say a song about watching a girl keep on getting with asshole guys. Production slightly takes influence from the Arctic Monkeys, but with our own twist. Well, I'm down with the Arctic Monkeys, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a spin. It is called Here Right Now. It is Creedon on Your Music Live. Let's take a listen. Creedon. And did anyone else think that Pete read the wrong description? Yeah, so that was another ambient electronic track I made, very inspired by James Blake when I made this one. Also, Flowers again. So yes, apologies to Creedon that I not only tried to play the wrong song, I then read the wrong description. So if you're wondering why that wasn't super Arctic Monkeys like, that's why. So apologies, but a great song, a nice jam, just nice and smooth and mellow, right? Yeah. Very cool. I like it. I like a cool soundscape like that. Now, however, we are going to play a tune that is a little bit. So just take the last description and read it again. A song about watching a girl getting on with arsehole guys. Production slightly takes influence from the Arctic Monkeys with our own twist. Yes, with a twist element. We're going back over to slaps.com to give this one a spin. This is Meet Me at the Bus Stop and Sorry State of Affairs on Your Music Live.
One too many times she's tried to free herself from his lies, to say that she could, even though he's no good. And 3 or 4 times she's tried to go. 4 or 5 months she's told him so. Yeah, he knows that she would, if only she could. One girl on the side, met another the other night, but she still swears that he still cares. The truth is more than she can bear, cause he wears Stone Island sky blue tops like all his mates. I hate the lot, they're all acting the same, like they put Christian Grey to shame. And all her friends they get rid, they're kicking up a fuss, but they don't really know him like she does. I saw you the other day, you looked at me and you turned away. And I hope it's not that you feel ashamed, or he's got you thinking you're to blame. Or would you say those days were gone, cause he ran away and you moved on, but nothing's really changed. It's just the same old bloke with a different name. And all her friends have moved on. They tried but couldn't stay, but they never really knew her anyway.
Meet me at the bus stop. Very cool stuff there, yeah? How good is it? How good is this band? And a great one. Sorry State of Affairs from their new album, and you can link straight to Spotify again, because DistroKid set up slaps.com to make it discoverable. You can go straight on over to Spotify right from there and check them out. Very cool. Peppy and punchy pop rock. Yeah, very cool stuff. And yeah, a little Strokes-ish too. Yeah, it does have a hint of the Strokes in there. I agree and concur wholeheartedly. Righty dokey, we got to kick on here because we've got a few more tracks to go and not much time to do it in. And I'm going out for lunch today. I know it's Monday. That's how I roll. When you have a job where most of your work is done between the hours of about 5 a.m. and midday, lunchtime's kind of the end of my day. So I'm going and catching up with an old mate for lunch. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Let's give this one a spin. This is from Michael, a.k.a. Z-Land Band. Get those Zs flying in the chat, shall we? While I spit all over my microphone, apparently. Hi, Pete. This tune is dedicated to Thomas C. I'm assuming that's Christ. He rocks. I'm back on traveling bike. Currently somewhere, back on the traveling bike. Currently somewhere in Southern California. Soaking up that SoCal sunshine, Michael. Very cool stuff indeed. So we are going to play this one. It is called Tireless Tom on Your Music Live.
Tireless Tom and his two-blocking show. Industrial Christ, always raring to go. What makes him run in the middle of no sleep? 5 or 6 hours of music, week after week. Performing Tom on Saturday night. Songs of darkness in burning light. Tearing through the airwaves, sharp as a knife. The melody of dissolution. The tragedy of life.
So very cool indeed. You'll probably have to wait for the U-Rock show, though, to see and hear the full version there from Michael, aka Z-Land Band, because you want to get over there and check it out. Go over to Michael's channel if you want to find out what happens. Yeah, I like it. Tom Waits does You Rock. Kind of cool. 33 and a third. Did you see, speaking of vinyl and record players, did you see that Audio-Technica have re-released the Sound Burger? If you're a fan of like retro tech and stuff, Techmoan's covered it a couple of times and did a review of the brand new Sound Burger. It's a portable record player. You can't buy them. They're $199, but they're sold out everywhere because everyone wants one. But yeah, it looks very, very cool if you're a vinyl enthusiast. Yes, nice tribute and well deserved. I'm a bit worried about what he says about me if he does one of those. Pete Johns talks nonsense, has a funny accent, can never stick to time. Yeah, something like that. All right, speaking of never sticking to time, how about we continue on and play our next track, because it is from, speaking of household names around this community, Joe and Barry Glenn. What have Joe and Baz got us this week? They say this is a murder ballad, a true event that occurred in Victorian England in 1867. A young child was brutally murdered and mutilated. You always bring the joy, Joe and Barry, in a particularly gruesome way. Some of you may be aware of the item Not Worth Sweet Fanny Adams or Sweet F.A. in 1869. A most macabre fashion, it referred to a new cheap type of convenience food distributed to the sailors, who stated that the awful chopped up contents must surely be Sweet Fanny Adams. The euphemism has stuck to this day. This was to be a song, Timber. Now it is my Rock Timber lyric video. Thank you to Jane for mastering this and fixing my cock up. Yeah, there was a little bit behind the scenes, which I'm sure Joe wouldn't mind me talking about. She got the track mastered and then pulled the video together and premiered it and then had the unmastered audio on the track. It happens. It happens to the best of us. We've all done it before. So let's give this one a listen. There are Monsters from Joe and Barry Glenn here on Your Music Live.
Listen to my story, a tale it is no lie, of the murder of sweet Fanny in a meadow close by in 1867, a fine summer's day. Three little girls played, not fearing any evil to come their way. The girls played quite merrily near Hollow Lane, when along crept sly Freddy, their confidence to gain. He offered them bright pennies, treats for them to buy. They never knew the evil that was lurking close by. Two little girls ran home, leaving Fanny in Freddy's care. Bright berries he has picked for her to entice this child so fair. A top hat and a frock coat this fiend was seen to wear, well known all around the town, no need to be aware.
Oh man, Joe and Barry. Yeah, their encyclopedic knowledge of historical murders. Is it just you, or is it just me, or is Joe and Barry like Jessica Fletcher on Murder, She Wrote, where it's like, you're here for all these murders. I'm like, Joe and Barry, you know an awful lot. For some innocent folks who did nothing, you know an awful lot about these. I don't care that it was in 1869 and you weren't born yet. You know far too much about these historical murders. Oh, very good. And yeah, murdering Sweet Fanny. I can't imagine that Jade Star didn't make some reference to that when mastering that song. Let's move on, shall we, before I get myself into some serious trouble here. And thank our sponsors, DistroKid, who are probably second-guessing right now and thankfully probably don't understand the silly juvenile reference that I'm going for there. Kronk song. We played a Kronk song before, and now we're going to play a second Kronk song. We're going to play a song about rabbits. Kronk song says, I hope you're well. I am. And you, sir. Gone a bit noisy again on this GarageBand song. Hope you like it. Not very deep lyric-wise, but I thought it was good enough for a rock song, maybe. Also, on a different note, see what I did there? I don't think rabbits make the best pets. I was the one left showing it love after my song lost interest. Dogs are more fun, just saying. Yeah, I hear you. Insert guinea pigs into that one as well, for sure. All right, let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is Rabbit from Kronk Song on Your Music Live.
G'day, it's Paul from Max.
No, it's Paul from Maxi Bon or something. Did I mention that our sponsors DistroKid have a platform called slaps.com that offers you ad-free streaming? Anyway, we'll play it. We'll try it again. This is Rabbit from Kronk Song on Your Music Live. What a rockin' song there. Yeah, I hope you can hop into SoundCloud and check that one out for yourself. Don't pause it and Bunny. I couldn't get a third reference. But that was Kronk Song, of course, with Rabbit. And yes, don't listen to your children, folks, when they beg you for that weird random pet. Guinea pigs in my case, because it'll end up being, in our case, my wife, who cleans out their cage, feeds them. I feed them too a little bit, but she does 98% of the work. Yeah, and the same with our dog. We really want a dog. Here's your dog. Oh, we just like to play with the dog. We don't like to clean its poop. Yeah, I hear you, but pet loving requires the work as well. All right, speaking of the work, Betty Lyles has worked on a song in GarageBand created using virtual instruments, a modern track with an energetic mood, and it is called Step Into Action. Betty Lyles on Your Music Live. I like it. Yeah, very energetic. Good use of the virtual instruments there in GarageBand, Betty. Good stuff. Keep working at that production. Nice little instrumental there, like the basketball there. Yeah, definitely a cool action-packed kind of tune. I dig it. Yeah, lots of movement, lots of good stuff there. Good job, Betty Lyles. Yeah, we've got folks talking about the whole pet situation in the chat, and yeah, just get them an otter, or a stoat, or a pony. Yeah, there's plenty of options out there, but yeah, do reconsider it, because they'll promise so much. They'll promise what they'll do, and then they just simply won't do it. And when you call them out on it and say, hey, but didn't you promise that if we got you this pet that you would do all the things and look after it? And yeah, they're dumbfounded. They like you're speaking a different language. Anyway, love the little grommets, don't we? We must do, because we put up with them. All right, let's play our next song. This is from Nigel Parker, who says, this song was recorded using GarageBand on my iPad. The song was inspired by a speech I heard from a father of a transgender child. His child was incredibly sad because they were constantly told they had to be something different. They weren't. Once they were allowed to be who they felt they were inside, joy and happiness came to their life. Funny about that, when you let other people be the people that they are, they're happier than when you force them to be something that they're not. What a strange and baffling concept. Anyway, we're going to play this one. It's called Don't Deny. Nigel Parker, Your Music Live.
The dainty blue dress wouldn't stray from the form I could draw. Dolls with green eyes would stay hidden away on the floor. They'd never felt like the girl people said they had to be. Decidedly different and falling quite far from the tree. Dodging the mocking of those who won't understand. Depressed and repressed, feeling helpless, they reach out a hand. Don't deny who you are, no need to hide, throw the mask down, value what you bring, and be who you're meant to be. Don't deny who you are, don't deny who you are. Just rise above all the name calls, show them who you are, and not who they're wanting. Don't deny who you are. Crippled with fear like a startled brown deer in the forest light. Did they need fixing? People have to be so impolite. If work find out, will they get dropped like a hot heavy stone? Living your truth now is much better than lying alone. Dodging the mocking of those who won't understand. Depressed and repressed, feeling helpless, they reach out a hand. Don't deny who you are, no need to hide, throw the mask down, value what you bring, and be who you're meant to be. Don't deny who you are, don't deny who you are. Just rise above all the name calls, show them who you are, and not who they're wanting. Don't deny who you are.
Nigel Parker here on Your Music Live with just just brilliant stuff, like super sad, but also super inspiring and motivational as well. So really well put together song, great message, love the video production, love the audio production, but loved the message most of all. And clearly something that I agree with and can get behind if you've heard me rant about things. But it's super sad that some people just can't be who they are, and some people seem to want to judge others based on their own values and opinions, which don't matter. Anyway, thank you, Nigel, for sharing that one. Beautiful stuff. Let's grab our next tune, shall we? This is from Nahar Mapanka, and Nahar says, "Hey Pete, how's it going?" It's going well. In this one, I felt a bit spiritually enlightened and thought of compiling this ASMR motivational piece. There you go. A little bit left field for Nahar. I hope y'all dig it. Also, could you please play it from 2 minutes 40? I really want y'all to listen to that segment. Cheers. All right, let's cue this sucker up. Oh no, you know what? I don't blame you, Nahar. I blame SoundCloud. But look, we got an ad here. I know they need to have ads. I'd be a super hypocrite if I got too mad about ads. But they seem to pop up at the most inopportune times when we're trying to spin a track here. So let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is Instincts from Nahar Mapanka on Your Music Live.
What do you do instinctively? Because you broke rules to be who you are. A lion raised in captivity has never been in the wild. If all of his experiences have been in the cage, and that would be his natural habitat to him, then why do they lock the cage? They lock the cage because even though his experiences do not validate it, his instincts tell him there's something else out there. And the reason so many of us are frustrated today is that we are pacing around in the cage of a job or a life or a situation that has limited us. We may not have the background for it, we may not have the training for it, but our instincts tell us, I belong out there. I belong out there.
Mapanka with a very cool song there. Yeah, very nice vibe. Very nicely done. Good tunes for a bike ride home, I'd say so. Very nice groove there. Been trying to get out of the cage. Yeah, I've been 2 years out of the cage now, always. It's delightful. For everything I complain about, and I still complain about a few things, I think I mentioned in a recent show, not a single day have I said, you know what? I'd really like to go back and be beholden to a corporate overlord again. That was awesome. The way they made decisions based on no logic, the way that there was a giant structure based on boys' club, and yeah, maybe not. That was very, very cool. Good job there from Nahar Mapanka. Something a little different, and I love it. I love it when folks try things a bit differently. Have you had a good time today? If you have, I'd like you to go down and press the thumbs up button. That tells the YouTube robots to go and do the bloody-bloody-blah things. So thank you, everyone, for being here. We do have 3 songs left. It's our final countdown. We've got our anti-penultimate, we've got our penultimate, and we've got our ultimate song. And we've got 3 absolute corkers for you here today. And we're going to start off. I don't know if our mate Thomas Christ has ever been in the anti-penultimate slot before, but we're going to play him here. And we're going to play something from the archives here, because Thomas says, "Hi Pete and fellow YMLers. I'm beginning the process of releasing songs from my archives that are not from albums and haven't been posted to YouTube, while I slowly work on some new material. I feel many of these are strong tracks, but they just didn't fit in with the album concept at the time they were made, and thus were shelved. This is the second such song I'm releasing. Here We Go Again, recorded on July of 2011. Although this song is older, it will be new to most folks, unless you are a regular viewer of Thomas Christ Live, where I've performed it before a few times. Hope you enjoy this track from the archives. Thanks, Pete. And that is from moderator extraordinaire and all-round decent dude, Mr. Thomas Christ. So how about we give this one a spin, our anti-penultimate tune. Here we go again. Thomas Christ on your Music Live. Yeah, instantly recognizable sound is right. Definitely some Thomas Christ. Yeah, always cuts through the BS and gets straight to the point. Amazing work there from our own Mr. Thomas Christ. Rocking it like only he knows how. Very good stuff there. Yeah, kick-ass track. Indeed, that was our anti-penultimate tune here on your Music Live. It is time for our second to last track, and this one is from Mr. Tremor Bear, who says the following. They say, jazz is my favorite genre. This is my lowly attempt, I'm sure it ain't nothing lowly, to play jazz. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. I apologize to the real jazz musicians out there. Thank you for playing our music. You know what? I did a show recently, you might have seen it, where I created a jazz tune in GarageBand. And look, there were some folks that were like, this isn't jazz, jazz has got to be this, jazz has got to be that. Do you know what jazz has got to be? Whatever it wants to be. That's the cool thing about jazz. Jazz is whatever you make it. And this is a very cool jazzy tune from our very own Tremor Bear. It's called Wanna Be Jazz on your Music Live. If that's not jazz, I don't care what is, because that is awesome. Tremor Bear there with some very awesome jazz. And you know what I had to do, because of course I did. I had to see what Tremor Bear plays jazz looks like over in DistroKid, and I think you'll agree that that's pretty gosh darn awesome. Unsure why he has two noses. It looks like he's drinking like a bottle of old school milk there, but I'm not quite sure what instrument that is. It's like a trumpet that's been going through a vortex of some sort, but I like it. I just like the distro pick. You can just throw Tremor Bear plays jazz music, and you get that. And we'll give it a repeat. I'll spin it in the background. We'll see if we get something even cooler. We do have our very last song coming up, so it's time to kind of start saying goodbyes. And I did want to say thank you to all the amazing artists whose music has been shared on the show here today. I say it every week, but it is your music live, not my music live. So it is you and your tunes that make the show what it is each and every week. So I thank you. A huge round of applause to everyone. If you dug it and you want to share your song on a future show, use the link there. There's a QR code and you can submit it down in the description. If you want to support our wonderful sponsors, DistroKid, because they've been with us for nearly 2 years, they help keep the lights on around here, and they are the best way to get your music out there on all the different platforms. Save yourself 7% off using the code there or down in the description. And on your way out, if you wouldn't mind wiping your feet and hitting the thumbs up button, that just tells all the boring algorithms behind the scene that you had a good time and that you would like to come back again. We do this here every week. The new times are 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time UTC, and 9 a.m. on the east coast of Australia. And we'll be back again with another show next week. Here's our Tremor Bear placed. This one's almost cooler, except he's not really playing any jazz. But that's a cool looking bear, right? Yeah, Tremor Bear has some cool stuff there. All right, I've got to find my spreadsheet. I got all carried away and lost track of where the next song was. And of course, it's this song, Night Train 1988. We have not heard from a while. In fact, he says, "Hi Pete, my first contribution to YML for quite some time. I've spent the last 12 months working on a new album, which you would have heard premiered over on Jade Star's channel really soon." That was me adding that in. This track, This Is Who I Am, is the final track on the album and addresses men's ignorance and intolerance towards their fellow man and woman, especially those who are deemed different. Yes, here. Featuring the vocal talents of my good friend Jade Star, this song is very special to me. As with most of my tracks, it is not the shortest. Please play from 45 seconds, which we will do here, and we will give this one a little spin. This is our friend Al, Night Train 1988, our ultimate song here today, and it is This Is Who I Am, featuring Jade Star, here on your Music
Here alone, why do I hate myself? I'm staring through the window. They follow me wherever I go. Why can't they see we are the saints, made of flesh and bone? Why do they hate me? Nobody knows. Ignorance and intolerance grows from within. I shed my skin in a heartbeat if I could. Why do you judge me so? What have I done to you to make you hate what I am, who I am and who I love? It's not the Lord above. You have your own mind. You can be kind. I lived inside a shell of lies and doubt.